warm. A Massey 135, lovely tractor that many people dream of having. They're compact, they're relatively powerful, and they're quite reliable. David Brown, the crop master. Hello there, young man. Going out for a Sunday drive. Now, it's very good that, because I usually say about, you've got the courting seat on there, but it's father and son today. David Brown was off if you sat one side and the clutch and the brakes were down on the right-hand side. Fordson Super Major, driven by, as I said yesterday, the lovely Lucy. If you're thirsty after this one, go and pay Lucy and their family a visit in the cider, Touch Club Cider. Lucy and her sisters do an awful lot for the tractor work, preservation world, and the girls getting girls involved. A little international, McCormick International 434. Again, the similar size to a 135. They were a larger tractor in their time. They're being followed by another Massey 35, with the 4-cylinder diesel. That's a fairly early one if it's got the 4-cylinder in it. I think this is. Yes, it will be going longer than a Prius. The driver's just said he identifies with a Prius. I don't think so. A Duffield Universal, towing in a Fergie trailer with the extension ladder sides on, or greedy boards as we call them. There he goes. Another Massey 65. This one I believe is a Mark II again. Looking at the timing case, yep, that's a Mark II. Lovely long stroke engine, a 4236 or a 4203, I can't remember exactly which engine they had. The Perkins made such a vast number. Talking of Perkins, here we have one that's converted somewhere in its life, I suspect. The Duffield Universal with a 4-cylinder Perkins. I think it's the L4. Certainly sounds like it. Again, a lovely restoration. Talking of the girls at the cider, here's another one. They're real gems, these girls. They go all over the place with these tractors. Whether sometimes they're fit to be in control is another matter. Well done. And that's a 465, so 65 horsepower, 4 gears. And then they're followed by their dad Tim, with a Perkins P6 E27S. And credit to Tim, when he bought this, it had suffered quite a bit of top-end damage, top-end meaning cylinder head, valves and all that. And in his spare time, I'm not sure where he finds the spare time, he rebuilt it. Followed by another lovely condition, Fordson Super Major. Live PTO, automatic pickup hitch is available for this tractor. And now we have another one from, I have to say, our own stable. This is a different by Phil Dyer. This is an early 1945 E27N. You'll see other E27s come round, but they'll all have the wider tyres on. When this one came out, you either had steel wheels or you had 9-inch tyres. That one's fitted with 9-inch tyres. Now, coming round behind, we all call her Rattler. And you can hear why. Young Chris driving, I don't know what his ear is like, but it'll be as bad as mine when it's finished. And that was a roadless traction conversion to the power and the torque that could produce. The 27 horsepower is remarkable. Then we've got a 1937-38 Fordson Model N, painted orange. That was when the Ford wanted the more remarkable colour than blue. And that one is fitted with French and Hex lightweight wheels, which would have had turf tyres on them originally, used, or again, turf tyres, golf courses, all that sort of thing. David Brown Crop Master, and they might be off down the pub when they finish here, I should think, but that's got the 2 seats on it. It was a big thing with David Brown to have the 2 seats. Another little 4-cylinder Fergie T20. That one's fitted with industrial tyres, but I suspect there's a reason for that. The low ground pressure on seeding work, on harrowing or anything like that. Get the weight down and the weight distribution. try it, but you can put your foot underneath those and run over it and it won't hurt, so they tell me. An International Diesel B414, again a McCormick, but of more interest to myself is the root drill on the back. That would have been a horse-powered piece of equipment for maize or brassic, cabbages and such like. I suspect, looking at the way it's been converted, it ended its days on a pheasant shoot or whatever, putting down what they call a pheasant cover. But lovely to see a piece of original kit. Thank you very much. Little petrol paraffin T20. This is that's running very sweet by the sounds of it. Gentleman driver has created the back so that he can carry his grub bag, I suspect, by the look of that bracket, which is what a lot of them do. Now, talking of straight through chrome exhaust pipes, we have a lovely County 1004. This is one of the first of the Force range. You can tell those normally by the fiberglass bonnet with the raised air cleaner coming out of it. It's got two hubs. County commercial vehicles and fleet. Again, a local tractor. But of course, following up, we've got ropeless traction again on the Fortson Diesel Major. This is this might, I think this one's an original, but they supplied kits. They supplied kits to the dealers for the conversion to four-wheel drive. It's not an easy job because the wheels have to be sorted to get your correct ratio. You can't just buy these things and put them on. Massey 35. And these lads didn't keep me away last night, although they tried to in their little encampments. Lovely to see them. County 46. Again, produced by Ford, converted by County at Fleet. Driven by one of the hard-working committee members of this wonderful show. Thank you. Fordson Dexter. That's a nice example. That shines very nicely. Little transport box on the back, which makes it still very usable now. So you've got your transport box where you're followed by the thing that saved many people's backs in life. The four-end loader doesn't look very spectacular, but having mutton stables out, cattle sheds out by Ford, one of those is an absolute godsend. And it's fitted with the correct ballast concrete block on the back. Followed by the FE35, known as a gold belly for obvious reasons. I bet they wish they hadn't done that because incorrectly set up and badly maintained ones were notoriously bad at starting. But correctly maintained, timing changed, valve clearances, they were as good as anything else. Followed by another T20, this one's got the Cyclops lighting system front and back, which is an unusual thing to find these days because, as you can appreciate, these tractors are 65 plus years old and electric bits break off quite easily. Followed by a little Alice Chalmers Lend-Lease tractor that would have been issued by the local War Agricultural Committee to a needy farmer or estate. And we have a Super Major with non-standard front tyres, non-standard back tyres for a very good reason. This tractor would have spent its time in the forest on soft ground with a cooked 2-speed winch on the back. A very powerful piece of kit. Now in my eyes, the proper County. It's not restored, it still does a job, it sounds lovely, and it's so ugly, but they're lovely, with a lovely winch on the back. I have to ask every time. John Deere D solid flywheel, which denotes it's slightly later. The very early ones had spoke flywheels, but they used to get their fingers trapped in them to start them. Because to start these, you actually flick the flywheel. There's no starting handle. Followed up by a late 1950s, I suspect, petrol start diesel. It's got a donkey engine on it. A little donkey engine that used to give more trouble than the big engine. So you've got a gasoline, for the American word, a gasoline start little engine that wound the big engine over, known as the John Deere Monarch. We now have a lovely little Ford 3000 with a reasonably modern link box.